Good afternoon, crafty people. It's Woolly Steph here. I've been tagged by Jeanne Baney to answer the 10 crafty questions. I don't really feel comfortable sitting in front of a camera talking to you, but I do know that from personal experience, watching other people's videos, it is nice to see other crafters, see what they look like, hear their voice. So yeah, here I am, this is me. But I think I will switch the camera view and show you my art journal so you've got something to look at except me while I'm answering the questions. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, we're back again with something more interesting to look at. So, question 1. What is your real name? My real name is Steph or Stephanie. I have been called many things. As a child I was called Steve or Stevie, but now most people just call me Steph. Question 2. Why did you choose your channel name? Well, my channel name is Woolly Steph, mainly because I like sheep. I think they're funny, they're quirky and comical, and they're easy to draw. And I think when I was looking for a gamer idea, when I was playing online games, it just came to mind, Woolly Steph, and I've used it then for everything else. So that's the reason I chose it. Question 3, what is your favourite craft? My favourite craft would be paper craft. I enjoy anything with paper and glue and scissors. I like making cards, I like making albums, journals, I'm into those at the moment. Anything like that. Mixed media, I'm also into mixed media. I enjoy doing this art journal, which is just some, a random thing whenever I feel like it. Not so often, but whenever I can. I enjoy alcohol inks, acrylic paints, crochet. I'll even have a little go at crochet. I'm not very good at it. But I enjoy having a go. I like making quick and easy things, so that little toys and things like that I'll have a go at. I haven't made a hat and scarf, but I kind of feel like once I've done something, that's it. I've achieved hat, I've achieved scarf, and that's it. I don't need to do them again. Yeah, so not the greatest at crochet. Question 4, what is your favourite place to shop for craft materials? Well, I'm very fortunate that I happen to live about 5 minutes away from the range and Hobbycraft, and I also have to drive past them 4 times a day on the school run, so it's very easy just to pop in and have a browse. Not quite so easy to leave the store without buying anything, but yeah, they're my probably go-to places. Sometimes I go to the Works, if there's one at a garden centre. There is one in the town centre, but again, I don't go into there very often. Online, I do a lot of online shopping. I enjoy browsing Etsy and buying particularly downloadable stuff from Etsy. I like Amazon for basic things like glue, eBay, anywhere really. I'm not terribly fussy. Right, question 5. My favourite 5 crafters. I don't really think I can answer this because, I like different people at different times for different reasons. There are a core of people whose videos I don't like to miss. For example, Kazakins 1, Artie Mays, Debbie Brown, Cadge Crafts, Julia Olivia's Crafts and More, Christine's Cards and Things, Carboot Crafter, Simplygcreations. Oh, there's loads of people that I just like to stay on top of and try and keep up with their videos. I would say for me the most influential crafters would be Nina Ribena and BettsyDoodle. Both of those have basically made art and doing this sort of thing possible for me. So yes, they're my most influential crafters. I love Nick the Booksmith as well at the moment. Creations CC, all sorts of things. I like to catch a variety. My favourite colour. Now I like all colours. I love bright colours. Most of this is quite bright. Probably things like teal, purple, red, green, mustard, but I'm not that keen on pale yellow. I think the colour I dislike the most is pink. Not a big fan of pink, never have been, never wear it. It's not really me, that's all. But virtually every colour. Still craft with pink occasionally, and I craft a lot with pink for other people because I know a lot of people love pinks. Where does my love of craft come from? Well, that's quite interesting. I'd say both my mum and dad used to be quite crafty. My dad used to paint, used to do a lot of oil painting, watercolours, pen and ink. My mum used to make clothes and things with her sewing machine. But most of those activities happened while I was very small and usually while I was in bed. So arty things appeared, but I didn't actually get to see the process or people doing art. My sister was quite arty. I think she actually did art at university. But I have believed for years, decades, that I am hopeless and useless at art, and I've never really embraced it in others or looking in art galleries and things, because I felt like it wasn't for me. Mainly because I had a rotten art teacher who basically said I was useless, and I believed her, and I believed what she said was gospel. So yeah, for years I thought I could do nothing and that I was hopeless, useless, not very creative at all. And it's taken a very, very long time for me to realise, no, anybody can do this. It isn't just for a select few people. Anybody can do art. And really the people who taught me that are Nina Ribena, and BettsyDoodle. If it wasn't for them, none of this here would be here. So when did I first start crafting? Well, probably about 20 years ago I started making cards, as I had a friend who was into card making and had different things like embossing powders and things like that, which I'd never ever seen before. So I think that's what started or triggered my interest in crafting a little bit. I did a little card making, and then I make cards. I only really make them for people I know and love. I don't make cards and sell them. So probably about 20 years ago I started doing that. Actual what I would class sort of more crafts and more arty type things have only been in the last few years. So yeah. Right, what is my favourite crafting tool? Well, I think anything that I have that is that helps me day to day. For example, my paper trimmer, my stamping platform, scoreboard, crocodile, any of those sort of things are things really that are my favourite. They make life easier. Oh, let's quickly get past that. The observant of you might have noticed this picture is part of my header on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so anything like that. Glue, I love glue. These glues are my favourite glues here. I absolutely wouldn't know where to be without these. If it wasn't for these, things like journals I'd never get into, but these are fab. So, what is the favourite thing I've crafted? Well, I'm quite proud of my art journal, because that, for me, is a personal thing. It shows how I've progressed. It shows me that I can be creative. Gives me gives me inspiration. But probably, let's think, there's a couple of things. The birdhouse that I made for my aunt's 90th birthday, that's quite a poignant thing, because I had to make a template for it from scratch. Did all the measurements and everything, put it on my computer so I could print out, and I can redo it if I need to. But I would say that was quite a daunting task. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it until I sat down and worked out the maths and everything, and it all came together. But also my mum and dad asked me if I would make them a picture or a big canvas to go in their newly decorated living room. And I think that for me is probably my favourite thing, not because it's my best piece of work, it isn't at all, but because every time I go there, it's a bit like validation. I can do art. People do want my art. People do appreciate it. They do like it. I am not useless. I am not hopeless. And also, the message is, if I can do it, literally anybody can. It's nothing special. I don't ever think that I'm a special artist in any way, but it's just important that you have a bit of faith in yourself, and you shouldn't let other people put you down. Easy to say that now, 40 years on, 30 years on, but there you go. Right, I haven't got very far with my art journal. Let's keep flapping through. The only thing really I've got left to do is to tag people. Well, I don't know many people who have not been tagged already in this challenge, so I think I will tag people that I don't think I've seen them answer the 10 questions. The first one is Carol Ann, Cadge Crafts. Now Carol's been away for a while, but she has just come back, and if you feel like it, Carol, no pressure whatsoever. And I'd say that to anybody. Nobody should feel pressured into doing this if they don't want to do it. Carol Ann, if you'd like to, it'd be nice to hear about you. Dawn from Shiny Silver Treasures. I don't think I've seen you do the 10 questions, so if you'd like to join in. Also, the same goes for Gemma from Simplygcreations. Be nice to hear more from you. And the last person that I'm going to choose is Belaboo Creations. Now, I don't think that she has been on YouTube very long, literally just a few weeks, so don't really know anything about her apart from she makes stunning journals. So I would like very much to find out a little bit about Belaboo. That's it really. That's all there is about me. Anything else you want to know, please put it in please put a comment and I will do my best to answer. I'm just going to carry on flipping through this because it's a good record for me as well. I can see how far I've come, and if you want to switch off now, please do. Lovely talking to you, and I shall hopefully be doing more videos in the future now and again. No plans to do any more face-to-face ones or even any voiceovers, because literally cannot stand the sound of my own voice. Probably you're feeling the same right now too. Anyway, lovely talking to you. Thanks for watching and take care everyone. Bye bye.